We're going to start by reading the note at the top of the page. About 1 year into the Civil War, Harriet Tubman was asked by the governor of Massachusetts to join Union troops in South Carolina. There she headed up a team of 8 black spies to operate behind the lines and provide intelligence for a Union raid to free slaves. The raid was conducted on June 2nd, 1863. It involved 3 gunboats and black troops led by a white officer, Colonel James Montgomery. Now we'll read the passage. When we went up the river in the morning, it was just about light. The fog was rising over the rice fields, and the people was just done their breakfast and was going out to the field. I was in the forward boat. The colonel blowed the whistle and stopped the boat, and a company of soldiers went ashore. About a quarter of an hour after, you could look over the rice fields and see them, slaves, coming to the boat from every direction. I never see such a sight. Some had bags on their backs with pigs in them. Some had chickens tied by their legs. And so, child squalling, chickens squawking, and pigs squealing, they all came running to the gunboats. When they got to the shore, they'd get in the rowboat and they'd start for the gunboat. But the others would run and hold on so they couldn't leave the shore. They was afraid the gunboats would go off and leave them. At last, the captain looked at them and he called me, "Moses, come here and speak a word of consolation to your people." Well, they wasn't my people any more than they was his, only we was all Negroes. They didn't know anything about me. I didn't know what to say. I looked at them about 2 minutes, and then I sung to them, "Come from the east, come from the west, among all the glorious nations, this glorious one's the best." Then they throwed up their hands and began to rejoice and shout glory, and the rowboats would push off. I kept on singing until we brought all aboard. We got 800 people that day, and we tore up the railroad and fired the bridge, and we went up to a big house and catched 2 pigs named the white pig, Beauregard, and the black pig, Jeff Davis. When we got back to Hilton Head in the morning, I took 100 of the men to the recruiting office, and they enlisted in the Army. Colonel Whittle said I ought to be paid for every soldier as much as a recruiting officer, but laws, I never done got nothing.